Hello everyone, I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you are interested in purchasing my book, I will go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below. This is a requested video, and today we're going to talk about the recent bank failures that you are hearing about all over the news. And what this is going to go over what it means to you and what you can do to protect your finances. Billionaire investor Ray Dalio indicates that the recent Silicon Valley bank failure is marking a canary in the coal mine for what is to come. He says that this is the bubble bursting part of the short-term debt cycle, and he mentioned how it fits into a broader historical trends and debt cycles. Regulators shut down Silicon Valley Bank on Friday, with Signature Bank closing down only 2 days after that. The bank was shut down right after they had tried to persuade their clients not to pull out their money over concerns that it was running low on available cash. Please be aware that all of the customers of the bank are 100% backed up by the FDIC insurance, but this is the biggest bailout since the 2008 financial crisis. Silicon Valley Bank was not a giant bank. It ranked number 16 in the US based on their assets. So why did it fail? Well, last year when the tech boom burst, customers began taking out some of the money from their accounts. So this caused the bank to sell some of its bond holdings, which amounted to losses of about $2 billion last week. They then tried raising new capital, but the stock went down on Thursday on the day that those deals were supposed to be taking place. So then Twitter happened. Venture capitalist founders went onto Twitter to tweet about their concerns with the strength of the bank. So this caused panic where customers caused pretty much a bank run, pulling out all of their money to the sum of over $40 billion. By Friday morning, the FDIC shut them down. Thank you so much, Twitter. Silicon Valley Bank was shut down by regulators, and it's now under control of the FDIC, which is what happens when a bank fails. The media would have us all believing that this is a crazy thing that has happened and somewhat similar to like the bank closures and the bank runs that happened during the Great Depression, which is kind of causing further panic among pretty much everyone. I hate to burst your doom and gloom bubble, but bank failures happen all the time. In 2020, there were 4 bank failures, which were Almena State Bank in Kansas, First City Bank in Florida, the First State Bank in West Virginia, and Erickson State Bank in Nebraska. In 2019, there were 4 more. City National Bank of New Jersey, Resolute Bank of Ohio, Louisa Community Bank in Kentucky, and Enloe State Bank in Texas. And the list goes on almost every single year. Do I think this is a canary in the coal mine? Do I think that this is the sign of worse things to come, like the Great Depression? No, I don't. Silicon Valley Bank was a small bank. If you are concerned about your finances being safe, then you can simply move your money to a bank that has substantial money and clientele, such as Wells Fargo, US Bank, or Capital One. However, I still prefer to bank at a local credit union. During the lockdown, when a lot of the bigger banks were closing down their ATMs and they were setting limitations on transactions and withdrawals, my little tiny local credit union had absolutely no issues whatsoever. No limits, no withdrawal limits, no changes of hours or closing their doors. This is not the beginning of another Great Depression. We are more than likely headed into a recession, which is a time to tighten our belts, stop wasting our food, becoming more efficient in our households, and putting a hold on extravagant purchases and vacations. If you were alive in 2008, which you probably were if you are still watching this video or this channel, you already know that a recession is nothing new and this too shall pass. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out. I almost forgot to mention, folks, that one of the things that we are going through right now is we are living in fake media, anything that will grab people's attention. I'm actually really disappointed at media right now, where they are blowing up these 2 bank closures into something that they are trying to scare people to, or using titles to make them think that like the next Great Depression is just right around the corner because these 2 bank closures happened. These are both really small banks. Bank closures happen all the time, but like seriously, are they like completely out of news? Like really? I just found out somebody was found in a Food Max parking lot wrapped in a tarp half an hour from where I live, and you know, that didn't even hit the news. But no, we're talking about like fake bank closures and taking a billionaire investor's opinion. The billionaire investor is an investor. He should know that like these bank failures happen all the time, and I'm just like really disappointed that they're spreading all of this fear. Chill out, everybody. You know, this stuff happens all the time. This is a normal thing. So it's not as big of a deal as they are making out to be. Please don't freak out. Even if we are headed for a Great Depression, which we're not, but if we were, you know, just figure out what you're going to do then. We're still FDIC insured. All of those bankers are getting 100% of their money back. You know, it's all okay. It's okay. We put laws into place to prevent another Great Depression from happening. That's what I got for you. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out. That's my take on it.
Come on, Nala. Come on. Come on. Get in here. Get in here. What are you doing? What are you doing? You got to bring in every tree that you find? Is that what that is? Oh my gosh, you're so silly. You're so silly.